are here for episode 12 of Feral But Sober. I am super excited today. I have a guest that he practices the pathway of marijuana maintenance, and he is my first guest that has practiced that specific pathway. So I'm super excited to have him. I want everybody to be represented here. We support all pathways. Um, everybody's journey was different. I just sent him the link, so I'm waiting on him to come on now. I don't want to tell too much of his story without him being here. I'm really excited to have him. I encourage anybody watching that might follow a pathway that isn't traditional that everybody usually follows. Please reach out. I would love to represent your pathway on my show. I want everybody to feel comfortable and like that their choices are right, and everybody's choice is what's right for them. As far as pathway goes, I think that we have to be very like we have to look at ourselves. We have to be like selfish and pick what works for us, because if we don't pick the right pathway, then who knows, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for us if we don't pick a pathway that practices principles that we agree with, and that does things. I know some people that are more like old school AA, they have a lot of different core values and beliefs that other people that practice other pathways. So this is Kenneth. I guess we're going to call him Kenny today. I didn't know what you went by.
Yeah, it's Kenny.
Okay, so Kenny, like I was telling you guys, is a member of the marijuana maintenance program, and I'm super excited to have him because he is the first person representing that specific pathway that we've had on the show. So I'm going to let him tell his journey, and then we'll take any questions that anybody might have, and we'll kind of talk about the pathway and all of that. So you have the floor if you want to go ahead and share your journey however you want, and then we can.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start from the beginning. We'll give a quick rundown. I'm 44 years old. I am from Ohio. I have 5 kids. But before that, between 5 and 10 years old, I went through a couple of things with my first stepfather that was pretty traumatizing. Grew up in and out of the almost in and out of like foster care, lived with parents here and there, ended up in the system, dealing drugs, ended up on the streets, hanging out, joining gangs, got heavy into alcohol, turned into that for a while, heavy alcohol, bad withdrawals from it, getting clean from that. 2 years in prison, second time out, I ended up in a 20-year relationship. Within that, I ended up with almost 6 years clean. I was on Suboxone at that time and had a few kids. And a few years later, I used every excuse in the book to relapse, and I went to fentanyl. And within a year, I lost my entire family, my house, my cars, my dogs, you name it. I lost it all 3 times to detox, and nothing was working. I didn't want to get back on Suboxone. I didn't want to get addicted to it. So I decided to go back to marijuana and look into it, and found out that there actually is marijuana maintenance programs now. So now I use marijuana. Well, I don't smoke it a lot per se. I choose the gummies, but I take them 3 times a day, morning, noon, and afternoon with my medications, and it helps my anxiety massively. I wish I would have found it a little sooner, but everything happens for a reason. So this is where I'm at today. I've been clean since December 1st, 2023, using the marijuana maintenance program, and I'm still learning it as we speak. So, yeah, that's a quick rundown. So, any questions or whatever?
um, no, I mean, we just have some things to talk about. So, I know that you said that you have some kids and that they don't live with you. Are you have you reached out to them at all, or are you rebuilding those relationships, or?
Yes, I am in the process. I lost my kids February 9th, 2022, the day before my birthday, and that's when I went off the deep end. I went over a year without speaking to him. I'm still not speaking to him now, but that's a family, my ex's family member that has 4 of my kids, and she is reaching out. We're texting and talking now. I get pictures. I send birthday cards with money every year. Like, I don't forget their birthdays. I try building up the relationship, but she still wants me to go to court for visitation. which I
Sure.
understand that. I burned a lot of bridges when I went to using. We all do. And I got to build that respect and that trust back up. And it's been a couple
Absolutely.
years, but yeah, now I live in Oklahoma. I have a 12-year-old daughter, but she lives in Nebraska with her mother. And I never speak bad of people, but her mother hates me, and we've never been to terms. So my daughter sneaks and reaches out to text me, and we do speak now, though. I mean, she's sort of my rock. She's helped me a lot throughout this, even though we haven't been physically together.
Sure. Well, I'm so glad to hear that, and I hate that the mother of the daughter is not helpful in this situation because I think every child deserves two parents, and especially if you're putting in the work to do good. So I'm really glad that you're good. I love to hear that. I love it when parents get reunited with their children. I think there's nothing better for kids than to have as many people in the world that love them as possible. Like be it and
Exactly.
especially a parent that's going to love them unconditionally. I think that's so important, and I'm so grateful that the family member that has them is letting you because I just love to hear that. But
Yeah.
you
It,
talked
it
about
it took some time, but yeah, it took a lot of time. I mean, I'm still working, but yeah, it's getting there.
I know I have the problem. I've talked about this before on the show where like, when I got clean, I thought everybody should just forgive me. And then the people that weren't ready to forgive me, I was like mad at them and I have no right to be, you know what I mean? But like that's how we
Yeah,
are with addiction, we like to blame other people and not take accountability, I guess. But even in my early recovery, like I'm like, but I'm clean. I'm really clean. And they're like, yeah, well,
yeah. It's one of them
physically
expectation
try
things
this.
like right away.
Yeah. So I know you talked about being in gangs and stuff when you were younger. Is that like how you got involved with drugs, or were you already involved with drugs at the time?
I was I was honestly already involved with drugs before gangs. I didn't get into gangs till I was about 15. I ran away from Toledo, Ohio to Detroit, Michigan on a bicycle. Took
Oh,
4.5 hours. I was there for a few months. I got initiated into the Latin counts up or yeah, the Latin counts up there and ended up getting caught and bringing coming back home. But the drugs I got into at about 13, 14, I learned how to cook cocaine and deal drugs and everything. Like I was the oldest out of 11 children. I had two stepfathers, but I'm the oldest out of 11.
did your family like did your parents did they use like did you grow up in a household with other people using, or did you just kind of
Yeah, my mother and my stepfather, they were they were pretty hardcore alcoholics and crack addicts. And I never, that's one thing I never did, even selling drugs. I could never bring myself to sell drugs to my parents, even if it was something they were using. Like, I just never did that. But we grew up seeing that constantly. Like, they locked themselves in the bathroom or they lock us outside in the yard. And so we couldn't get in, all types of crazy stuff.
yeah, absolutely. I know I grew up in a parent house. Both of my parents used hard drugs my whole life, and I know that closely contributed to my me falling right in their footsteps. So I was just curious.
Yeah.
I always
I
say,
always told myself that I would never smoke crack cocaine. Never. Just because I grew up seeing it. Never, never, never. And I never did until my 40s,
yeah,
early
for
40s.
me, it was heroin. I always said, like, I smoked weed and I drank and blah, 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 but I would never do heroin. And then I start doing like Percocets and Vicodin, and that was okay because it wasn't heroin, and I started,
Exactly.
but
Yeah. I
then by
justified
the
it
end,
every which way.
yeah, by the end, I was doing it all though. So, but I was the exact same way. I
Yeah.
was so dead set against heroin. I hated it. It was the worst thing in the world. And then I got on it for half my life. So,
Yeah. I think though there was only one drug that I honestly never tried, and that was meth. Like that was meth, and apparently that's a big thing down here, down south where I'm at. So that was a big player in me starting over my life and moving to Oklahoma because my current relationship I'm in, we actually met on TikTok in November of 2023. I got back on there after I lost everything and decided to get clean again. And I was advocating for recovery and met her and we just hit it off. She was a truck driver from Oklahoma, came all the way from Oklahoma to Toledo, Ohio to get me. And as soon as everybody hears truck driver, no, don't leave with the truck driver. but it's
Well,
turned out to be great. She's a recovering meth addict. She's been clean. Well, she says December 1st, but it's December 5th. 5 days after we were together, she realized how serious I was about recovery. We were on the road and she pulled out a pack, big old pack with all her stuff in it, her whole kit. She said, if you're really serious about getting clean, how do you feel about me handing you something to throw away? I don't want to use no more. And she handed it to me. I'm right in the bathroom, dumped it, threw everything away, got rid of it, and she hasn't used since.
that's amazing. That is really
Yeah.
amazing. And kudos
It's
to
one.
you
It's one
because
of them. It's kind of one of them. What do you call them stories? Um. Oh, it's a simple word. I just forgot it. I'm sorry.
it's okay. But yeah, that's really, and like I said, kudos to you because a lot of people, I mean, just to hand you, like all the stuff, like here's some dope and a pipe and all the stuff, like, and you just said,
Yeah,
no, serious, like that's good. That's kudos to you, and
it
congratulations
was
to
it was
her
awesome.
and and for people to just quit, I think like people that just quit without like treatment are like in like warriors, like the savages of us, I
Yeah,
think.
you can quit any drug without treatment. Praise to you, like everything. Because I'll be honest, when I did heroin, I couldn't quit on my own. I ended up on Suboxone for 6 years, stayed clean, and then, geez, like it's hard. That fentanyl, like when I lost everything in February 2022, I ended up in the hospital in April. And at the same time I was in the hospital, I had a stomach virus. They were giving me fentanyl in an IV. I'm out of it. I haven't eaten for days. And I called my drug dealer and he brought me something. And at that day, I intentionally OD'd and I was gone for 7.5 minutes and they brought me back. And I haven't used fentanyl like since then. They said 30 more seconds I would have been brain dead.
And and it's so crazy how, I don't know about you, but myself personally, I always thought like, like I was like worthless and useless. I was a drug addict and was never gonna amount to anything. And for God to save us, like, cause I've overdosed, I don't know how many times and been brought back, and for God to bring us back, like it really makes me feel like we have a purpose. And for me, that was something that kind of like I had to like realize like He wouldn't keep bringing me back over and over again if I wasn't supposed to be here. And it's
Exactly. Like I've never like I've I've always believed in a higher power all my life. I never like to never prayed. Like some people get in trouble over time. Like, oh God, please let me out. Like I was never one of them ones over the years getting in trouble. Like I never seen it until now when I moved down south. I moved here down south, decided to give it a chance. First time ever going into a church and being in the church service. I go in there for about a month. They try to pressure me to get saved right away, but I wasn't ready. I did it on my own time. I ended up getting saved and baptized, and now I believe in God like more than I ever did before, and I realize He's a big part of who I am today.
yeah. God is a big part of like I know some people we talked about like not doing treatment. Some people don't do like meetings or anything. They just do like a faith-based church and I mean and that's amazing. Like and they use that as their recovery.
Yeah,
God is a really big
I,
one, like
I
really
praise
big part of it.
anybody. Yeah, anybody, whatever your journey is to recovery, whatever works for you works. What works for some may not work for others. We all have our own journey to recovery.
Absolutely. And that's why I was really excited to have you. And I have another gentleman that represented the marijuana maintenance program on next week. And I'm really excited because I think, all pathways need to be supported. And I think marijuana maintenance needs to be talked about and normalized because I mean it's legal. It's legal a lot of places anyway, anyways to begin with. But guys, let's think about it. If we're shooting heroin and smoking crack and selling our cars and stuff, like I don't see marijuana that different from Suboxone or methadone or if you're using it
Exactly.
if you're using it as a maintenance tool. Now if you're just staying blitzed all day long or whatever and then maybe
Yeah,
maybe
there's
right,
a difference.
and especially like you said you eat the gummies. I think that's a really good
Yeah.
route.
Like
I
I
mean,
came to realize like I can still smoke cigarettes with no problem, but when it comes to actually smoking and using one of the like the vape pens, the carts or something, my lungs can't handle it. So all I can do is the gummies, and they massively, massively help on top of the medication I'm on. Because I've just currently got back into mental health treatment. I've been looking for it. It's so hard here. I've been looking for it since I've been here since March of 24, a legitimate, steady treatment place for mental health. I finally found one, but everything is 40 plus miles away from here, and I'm still trying to get used to that.
Yeah. It's a big difference from a city. I also moved from I lived outside of Cincinnati, but that's where the dope was. So that's where I was every day in the city. Go, go, go. And then I moved.
That's where my family's from, is Cincinnati. My biological dad's side, they're all from Cincinnati. I just don't have the last name.
I grew up about 45 miles east of Cincinnati, like Clermont County, Brown County area, and
Yeah.
but we were in the city all the time. And then I moved out here, and we're like literally on top. I live at the top of a mountain, like we live at the top of peak of a mountain. And it's beautiful, but it's so far from everything.
Yeah. I've been here since March of 24, and now finally comfortable in calling it home. So now when we go places, if I'm driving, I instantly pull over if I see a good scenery. So I'll do a little video or a quick picture or something. Now I'm finally in the mood to do all that and go adventure a little bit.
Yeah. And how long have you been down there or out there?
I've been here since March of 24. March, yeah.
Where is Oklahoma? Like, what other states are around you?
Texas is right below it.
Oh shit!
Missouri's right above it, and Arkansas. Yeah, it's 1,000 miles away from where I'm from and what I know.
I lived in Iowa for a while, for several years.
Yeah, we're like apparently where we live, like it's a little 2 mile town, but we're only like 35, 40 miles from Texas, the Texas border, I guess.
Wow, so you're out there.
And this is stuff I've never seen. Like it takes me we schedule our appointments for in the afternoon because I'm not a morning person. So it takes me a good we schedule them like weeks or months out. It takes me a good 2 days to prepare myself to go on this journey because I know it's so many miles and I gotta convince myself to go.
It's like feel, and then makes you wonder like how they felt when they had to like take the horse and buggy 3 days to town to the grocery store. I could not imagine like.
Exactly. That's like and like with treatment with this place, like I went adventure, like it's such a small town. I went and shook hands with the mayor, talked to him about bringing some sort of like person to person recovery meeting here based on marijuana and this thing. He's all for it and everything like that. Like it's a small town, but there's only one treatment place here that's never open. You call the number, you get a voicemail, and you never get a call back. And it clicked in my head. I'm like, well, no wonder there's so many like drug addicts down south like that. They don't have options for treatment. And if they're messed up, they don't have a way to get 40, 50, 60 miles to get to treatment.
Sure.
Like, I mean, it kind of hurt my feelings knowing that. Like, treatment should be available
To
everywhere.
everybody. Absolutely. I agree with that. And if anybody is watching that is in a situation like that, I know that it may not be, some people need like a very in person feel, but there are lots of virtual meetings, all kind of, all kind of stuff for
Yeah,
like, do drugs.
this is what helps me is sharing my story and stuff like that. Like anybody watching, if anybody is and needs help, please don't hesitate to try to get a hold of me, whatever the case may be. I'm an open book, and this is what helps me because that's one thing I learned 20 years ago. Some of the AA stuff is cliche, but I just forgot the one, but it's like to let go and let God, or just like or how they go, I forgot what the was saying. Well, but there's a couple cliche sayings that apply in real life now that are crazy, and I keep blanking out with what I'm going to say here and there.
No big deal. But yeah, I agree. Like talking on here and helping people share their stories has helped me tremendously because I also like I don't do meetings all the time and keep up
Me.
with all my maintenance as stuff as a lot of people in recovery do. But I'm not serious about my recovery, but I did find myself kind of like in a mental spiral. So that's kind of why I started the show, and it has helped so much just talking with people and helping people share stories. And I don't know, sometimes people watch, sometimes people don't, but people always like they comment and email me later and say that they watch it later. So I'm gonna keep putting episodes out as long as people keep wanting their stories. But it helps me so much. I
Yeah.
want to talk a little bit though about just for anybody watching, I want to keep not keep it, but I want to go a little bit towards the route of like I want you to explain how the gummies help you specifically. I want people to understand how the like how it's a medicine and you're not using it as a drug.
It's medicine because I take it with my normal daily medicines, morning, midday, and nightly. It massively helps with my anxiety, my depression. It puts me in a better mood. Like I can get into music more. Like it helps me not stress about the things that I can't control, like how we all do sometimes. We all stress about things that we can't control on a daily basis. And with the gummies, it helps me just realize more like I can only control what's going on right now. So all I can do is relax and deal with what's going on right now. Don't stress out about it because it's not going to do no good, but add stress to you and everybody else around you. So
Absolutely.
just they help me stay massively relaxed and help with depression. And I mean, of course, on top you get the little buzz from them. It's a little added benefit, but
Right, of course, but I mean, but that's exactly what I was looking for, and I didn't want to put words into your mouth, but I wanted you to explain what I wanted that helps with depression and anxiety. Like marijuana can't. I mean, it's an herb, guys. It's not like I don't know. I don't. I know people. I'm expecting some backlash
yeah.
from this episode, so I want it to be prepared. Like I wanted you to have to say some things about
Oh
you know.
yeah, of course. There's going to be backlash because there's always people. I've learned that there's always people that are going to judge, and
Oh,
I
for
don't
sure.
have any hard feeling towards them. But realize even being down here now that I'm home and relaxed, like I don't care what other people think. They can say what they want. It's me that chooses to engage with it. You can say you hate marijuana maintenance programs, so be it. I mean, I don't have to engage and talk back to you.
And that's their choice. Yeah, and that exactly that's their choice. I'm not going to argue with anybody about it, but I wanted to note like the symptoms that marijuana alleviates and how that it does help you because I think that it's so important. Like in my mind, I look at it kind of like I guess I grew up around a lot of hard drugs, and I'm like weed is weed. Like if you're staying off hard drugs, I think that's fine. But like that's my explanation to myself, and that doesn't work for everybody. So I wanted to like to break it down a little bit, like
Yeah,
how we explain like how it really does help because I think that it's important that everybody gets supported. Like nobody's perfect and nobody's recovery journey is ever going to be the same. So we can't say that what's right for other people. Like I think that
exactly.
if you're paying your bills, you're going to work, you're living your life whatever productively, then let's take it as a win, guys, because I mean, I spent so many years of my life not winning, not even close to winning, not going to work,
yeah,
not getting it, living under the freaking bridge and all kind of that crap. So like, dude, if somebody wants to smoke a joint or take some methadone or take a sub, as long as it's used
if
as a
it's helping you, it's helping you. Hey,
right, and I think
yeah, that's I'm that type. I'm that type of person. Like, there's no judgment anywhere because I've been through it all. Like, you can't judge. Don't be judgmental. I'm open to every path to recovery. Whatever is helping you stay clean and keeping you off your drug of choice, I'm proud of you. Keep going. Keep doing it.
amen. And that was what I was gonna say is that about this episode. I'm gonna say it, and it may not make any difference, but I don't want any disrespectful comments. Like I want, if people don't agree, then we don't have to agree. That's fine, guys. But let's support each other because, like I said, if that's what we need, and that's what recovery is supposed to be about, is come together as a community and lifting each other up. And I don't know, but I really
Exactly. It's all about positivity. Like you can if anybody just try one little positive thing that you've never done, like walk up to somebody today and be like, "Hey, I'm proud of you," or "Hey, nobody told you today I love you." It can be a random stranger. That'll make their day or make you feel good. You never know. I've done it and I didn't think it would work, but it does.
And I wanted to say too that I know when we talked on the phone, you had mentioned like that you really didn't find like a sense of community until you started the marijuana maintenance and found other like-minded individuals like yourself. So like it's not like we're just out here smoking weed and you're just saying, "Oh, this is my maintenance." No, like you actually do engage with your community, in different senses,
Exactly.
and do different things. and use it as a tool to recovery. And I think that's the important difference here is in the marijuana maintenance program, and then like people just out getting high or whatever. Like I think
Exactly. Yeah. Because there is a difference. Because what people don't realize that there's a whole nother generation of recovery people that's older than us that is still around, 30 years or older. And they're the hardcore AA ones and this and that. They're not, they're the ones that can be judgmental, which I love every one of them. But
sure.
it's been 30 years now. It's a big generational change, different drugs, different actions, everything. It's a little bit harder now.
The world is so different now, like everything is so different. And I think that um with tools like methadone and Suboxone and marijuana maintenance, people are more and more people than ever now are becoming like in recovery, or becoming successful in recovery instead of just
Hmm.
reoccurring relapses over and over again. Like I know that the drug epidemic is bad and blah blah blah, but like even me looking back, like I've been so surprised recently. Like I've been in contact with some people from my past, like to do the show and stuff, and the number of people that are clean that I never in my life thought would get clean is incredible.
Yeah,
Like and some
exactly.
of them use abstinence, some of them work a program 12 steps, some of them do smart recovery, I have some of them do celebrate recovery. I had somebody do recovery dharma was on my show before talking about their pathway. Like there are so many pathways now, and I think that's why that people are becoming more successful in recovery, because the programs are becoming more like diverse. There's a program now for just about anybody. You don't have to necessarily believe in God. For they have program like
Yeah.
recovery dharma. It's a very
And
like spiritual
that's another
meditation.
thing with the marijuana maintenance program too. It makes you more sociable when you're out in public. Like you want to you talk more. You can actually make good friends, and if you like on here, like it's good to do it. Like we haven't met, but on here, like, and this is an awesome thing that we're doing.
Sure. And I have several people that I met on here through the show that I text with, not daily, but several times a week, and we just share like recovery information and talk to each other back and forth. And I don't know these people just from doing the show and what I've got to know them, but like that goes back to like community and having our fellowship, whatever it may be, because it's so important. Like in the recovery community, if you know where to look and you find the right people that are serious and do recovery correctly, like they are incredibly helpful, incredibly like accepting. I've said that before. Like
Yeah.
I've received so much support on my show from people that I don't even know. Not only like people come on and been guests, but people have like advertised it for me. People have gotten me guests, like, hey, I know a friend, blah blah blah. I mean, just people have done things for me that I you would never have expected from strangers. And I think that comes with like being in recovery too. I think that people in recovery can be a lot like just very generous. So, oh, I know I was going to talk a little bit about. You said that your relationship, you met your girlfriend, whatever, and she was a truck driver, and she came and got you.
Sorry,
And
you got real low. It started cutting in and out a little bit.
I'm sorry, I was trying to read my notes. Your
Okay.
girlfriend. I don't know if you. I didn't want to say. I almost said fiance is why I stuttered, but you said
Yeah,
that
that's
she
fine.
got you, and then
We
you
were on the road coast to coast from December to March, like things that I've never seen. But we didn't stop to take pictures. Like we were just getting to know each other and like building the whole life, like a fairy tale. That's what I wanted. That's the word I was looking for earlier. The way she describes it is, it's a fairy. It's basically a fairy tale, like because and it came true that like things like this don't normally happen. But then she throws it in with her story, but you can't tell. I look like I'm straight white, but I'm part Filipino, Arabic, and white. So she tries to make it a little love story. Her little Filipino lover that she met in the snow 1,000 miles away.
like your Arabian prince. That's so funny. That. But what I was gonna say is when you first got involved with her and she came and got you from Ohio, did you know that she was using then at that time?
Yes. Yes, I did. I mean, I didn't know she had anything with her, which I mean, I assumed. I'm a recovering addict. I know how we all think. But yeah, I did know. She said she was working on getting clean. She had been struggling here and that, or here and there, and like, cause I was doing lives on TikTok all the time, and then things would just get out of hand. People get on there talking this and that. And I mean, she was one of the ones that stuck around every time I did a live, and she started messaging me, and we just sort of hit it off. Like at first, we didn't know if it was going to work. I mean, she didn't even know if I was going to come meet her. I had her parked somewhere that I knew when she came up to Toledo, Ohio. She wasn't sure, and it was snowing that day. I walked in the snow about 6 blocks. But I mean, we hung out coast to coast. I mean, and she taught me how to drive. I've never drove a big truck before, so that
Well,
was cool. I mean, I'm just 44 and I still can't drive a standard. I'm from the city, so all I need is an automatic.
shit, most people from the city. I know grown men that lived and women both that have lived in the city their whole life and don't even have a license, like don't even know how to drive because they're like, why would I? You can take a bus anywhere. So don't
Yeah.
feel.
Well, see, that's my thing. I can't, like, I'm 100% honest. This is something, what I'm doing right now. It's something I know I shouldn't be doing. So I do not have a license currently, but I've been driving since I was 13 years old, and here it's just country, so I don't have anything to worry about right now.
I lived in Ohio and I didn't have a license for 10 years when I was in addiction stuff and I run around and all that. And then when I moved down here, I do have one now. But when I first moved down here, I didn't, and I like wasn't even worried about my husband. Like had to make me get. He's like, okay, now we're being real people now. Like let's go get it. But like
Exactly. Yeah.
but I was like, why? I lived down here for like 2-3 years driving around, never got pulled over. Like, and but he's like, it's the right thing to do. Like you're breaking the law. He like made me, and because somebody's got to keep you straight. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, because like her, she's got a license and a CDL and all that, but she's got me a little comfortable here. Here, see, I'm from the city. You don't leave keys in a car. You don't leave a car running. You don't leave windows down. Here in this little city, you go up to the grocery store, you leave your car running, the windows down, money sitting there. And I'm like, no, this is some kind of setup. But
like,
no, everybody is that friendly.
like standing by the door looking the whole time.
Yeah, I was doing. Like I'd be on guard the whole time. Like I make sure I open every door for her. I'm looking around, like, what's going on here?
Like scared to walk outside at night and stuff, and you don't got to be there. Like.
Oh yeah, and see where we live, like, well, where we live, it's right outside of town, and I'm from the city, and I've rebuilt the house from the inside out, turned it into a home. I love it now, but the outside has that look. Like if you're from the city and you watch horror movies, this is one of them houses. It's got the screen door that screeches and then slams, and
We find
it's
out
the
you live
whole
in the
thing.
Amityville horror house.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, there's something you don't know.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I hear things sometimes, but whoa, I'm not scared of the dark or nothing like that. Like I ran out to try to see what it was to convince myself, like, is that a ghost or is that real? Or am I really hearing something?
We have bears here too. So like it's crazy when our dog barks at night. Like sometimes if you go outside, like there's a bear out there. Like
Oh wow.
yeah, like yeah, full on black bear. So we live on this road, and then there's like our little road, and then there's the old railroad tracks. It's not like working anymore, or whatever. But it's like so now it's grew up with like a bunch of trees and stuff, and the bear walks like the railroad track like goes right into the woods. So he walks it almost every night, like almost every single night. You see him out there. The dog will start barking. You'll go look out the window, and he'll just be out there on the railroad tracks. Tears out the garbage all the time and stuff. Freaking punk, but,
Yeah.
it is pretty cool to see, though. Like to be.
I bet, yeah.
Here, like obviously, I keep my
Like
ass in the house.
like here, I've gotten close to horses and cows here. Like, she looks at me like, "What are you, a little kid?" Like, I'm like, I ain't never seen a horse or a cow up close. I want a picture.
Yeah, like, can I touch it?
Yeah. But then I see all the videos because we'll stop on the side of the road. They got all them one type of videos that people go up to the fence where they're at, but it's electric and they get shocked. So I hesitate. So I don't go up to no fence at all.
I
I
get
just
my
get right there to take a picture.
uh that's freaking great. And it's so, I think like now in my sobriety, like I am glad that I'm down here now because I like enjoy it so much more. I know my family's lived down here my whole life. I've been down here, on and off my whole life. But like it's so beautiful down here, and like it's like I never realized it until like now when I got clean and stuff. Like it's great like how much time we have for things, like little things, like I don't know.
Exactly. Like it's
Look
the
at
small things. The longer you're clean, the more you realize like the good things in life. It's the little things that matter. Like it could be the simple things, just like I love doing every morning. Get up 6 in the morning, just make a cup of coffee, watch a video or watch the news or something on the phone while everybody's still sleeping, and just enjoy the morning.
Yep. Quiet time,
Now
like
I'm
with
able to enjoy.
yourself.
Now I'm able to enjoy that. Years ago, at that time in the morning, I'd be sitting around dope sick or something.
Yeah. Not wanting to wake up, open your eyes and shut them back because you're still, like, nope, not ready for this yet.
Exactly.
Now I got
Ugh.
my
Yeah, it gives me goosebumps thinking about it.
18-month-old woke up at 4:30 this morning, and I was like thinking about that, like I got up with her, and I was like, I was telling my husband after he got up this morning, my daughter had me out here. We was watching the little videos and skipping around the living room anyways at 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, never in my life would I've been skipping around at 4:30 in the morning, unless I was already
Yep.
high, unless but like I was just like she woke me up in the middle of the night, like I wasn't even mad, like I got up and was skipping around my living room, and I was just thinking in my head like, how great my life is. And, most people would be mad to
Exactly.
be woke up at 4:30 in the morning by their toddler, but I was like, loving it, skipping around the living room because I'm just grateful that I
Exactly.
have that kind of life today because I never
Yep.
thought.
That's like here. Like I'm applying for disability. I got to get neck surgery soon, so I'm not working. She's working. She gets paid to take care of her mom while she lives there, and she works another job. Like I've rebuilt the house from the inside out, like literally, like made it a home to where you can walk through everything. It looks nice, done everything. And she has major high anxiety, so she can't sit still long. So and she looks at me sometimes because I'll be sitting in the room on the bed or in the chair. I can just sit there and relax for hours and just zone out and watch TV. I couldn't do that before. I know when there's nothing to do, I can do that now. And I can just sit there and watch TV and just zone out. And she, every 5 minutes, she's up and down. She tries. I mean, I love her to death. I'll give her credit. She's getting better. She's working on it. Now it's up to about 20 minutes or so, but she's working on it. And she just don't see how I can do it. Like, how can you sit there like, these are things I couldn't enjoy before. I can't work right now. I rebuilt the house. It looks awesome. I can enjoy this. We're out in the country.
Yeah, it's like, before I know I wouldn't want to have been alone with myself in quiet time, or like, there was never not nothing to do because I always was worried about getting money for the next, the next day or the next and later tonight or whatever. Like that you always had to, like it was never, always going, always going. But now, like,
I was
you know,
always my own worst enemy.
I thought the other day, like I had like I looked at my bank account, whatever. Then a couple days go by, and I hadn't went to the store or anything. I looked at my bank account again; it was the same. And I remember thinking, it's just the other day, and I was like, God, I like kept the same amount of money for days. Like that's crazy, because before
Yeah.
it was like, I had to have
I'm
money
the
every.
same. I'm the same way now. Like I got, even if it's only a couple of dollars, I have a positive balance, and I got money I can use or borrow when need be, and this and that.
Or
A couple
even
of
if
years ago, I didn't have
I have
none of
money.
that. I was counting pennies.
Yeah, and if I don't have money, like that's okay because I really don't. I mean, like I need money, but like if there's a day before payday or something, like it's cool because I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be sick. Like I'm not gonna wake up in the morning fucking puking my brains out because I don't have money. Like it's cool if I, like and that's just a crazy feeling,
yeah.
not have to
I
have.
always, I always had a backup plan, whether I had money or not. Some people say, plan A, B, or C. No, mine was from A to Z. I had a backup plan for every letter of the alphabet. Like if I didn't have money, I was gonna find a way.
Yep. Figure out. But I guess I was too high probably at the time to think of problem solver, but that's what I always said. I'm a figure outer. Like I'm a figure it out. Whatever,
Yeah.
however I'm gonna get out, like easy way, hard way, I don't care. It's happening. Like, but it's just it's so crazy to not have to have those thoughts anymore. Like to just wake up in the morning and just be like, what am I gonna do today? Maybe nothing. Maybe I'm not gonna get out of bed. Maybe I'm not gonna, leave the house. And
exactly.
That could be a thing. Like
Them are all like good choices that we have nowadays. I mean, and for me, the marijuana maintenance program massively helps with that. Because as soon as I get up, I take it with my medicine. I'll drink my coffee, and I'm great. Like I love it, and you just have so many good options that you can choose from. Sit outside, like there's a lot. I just recently joined the group Feral but Sober, but every other morning I come out, try to catch the sunrise. I'll take a picture and post it on all the groups I'm in or something like that. Like just take a second and enjoy life.
yes, for sure. Post your pictures in our group. I love that. That's the whole point in my group, is that my overall goal, eventual goal, is to have like just a community platform for people to be able to come to, post a picture, ask for advice if you're having
That's what I'm trying to do too. Because I just recently started trying to grow my YouTube channel. I redid everything on it and all types of stuff. I've been posting videos on YouTube, like not recovery per se, but more positive and recovery stuff like that. Just saying, I'm gonna be posting more.
We'll include the link to your YouTube in the bio for this episode, so anybody wants to check out your channel, they can drop by him. He's a very positive guy. Guys, I've only had a couple conversations with him, but every time I've laughed, we've had a good time. I think we've talked 45 minutes here without just kicking it.
Oh, yeah, it is. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. I really like episodes like that. Like I like it when the time goes by. Like there's sometimes
this is what recovery should be. This is what it should be. People just talking, just this and that, getting to know each other and learn other paths of recovery.
Yeah. Even my husband, he's not in recovery, and that's what he just said. He's like, I like listening to him talk. He's really positive. Like, you're uplifting. And so
I try to be like, because I've worked so hard and I've been up and down. Like a lot of people, like you can basically say I'm broke because I'm still rebuilding life, but I have a couple dollars. But in life itself, like I've had everything from 15 on up. I've had everything I wanted 3 times in life and lost it. Like, and then the last time was the worst because I lost my kids in that. And after everything I went through and all that, like, there's nothing but positive left in me. I can't be negative. All I do is drop me out.
Yeah. Well, and that's a great way to look at life, though, because a lot of people, we use as addicts, we could take everything that you just said and use it as a negative. Like, you lost everything, you lost your kids. That could have been your reason to get high. And in your mind, you could have justified it. And so, it's crazy how like recovery changes everything about us. Like even, I don't know. I thought this was really cool. I'm doing peer support classes. And have you ever heard of like trait-based model of recovery, where they say like the negative traits that we use in our addiction are say like manipulation. So if you are really good at manipulation, like if you can actively manipulate another person in your addiction, then they say that you have high levels of empathy, because you could never manipulate somebody if you didn't truly understand how they feel. So like you can take that negative characteristic that you had, and it really could be a positive if you use it in the recovery light. And I think that's really cool because, and there's other ones, I don't know my notes are right now, there's 10 of them I think that are like negative traits that we use in our addiction that are actually positive traits if we flip it to the others, like if we use it for the good. And I think that's kind of like what I was talking, kind of like, like the experiences, like you could use them as your reason to get high, or you could use them for your reason to work harder. Like it's crazy how like, perspectives change as we go. Like,
it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And the only way that I realize that anyone can change, like I can't change anybody. You can't change. The only way anybody can truly change and get help is if they truly want to change.
Absolutely.
You got to
Like,
want to change in order to work on change to get better. Like it's a lot of us are scared to change. It's like me moving from Ohio to Oklahoma. That was the scariest thing in the world in the beginning.
and oh shit, what was I going to say? My mind just went completely blank. But I don't know what I was going to say. I literally completely just lost it. But it's just, as we go on in our recovery, like it just changes completely how we are. And I don't know. I think it's neat to think about this thing sometimes. Like I said, like how we did all this, horrible stuff, but like you can look at it as in a different way and and use it
Yeah.
differently. That trait-based
Yep.
model, I look that up if sometime. That's really cool. That's really cool
Yeah, I'm gonna
information.
look into that.
And I've been dying to share this fact with somebody. It has literally nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but I heard it in peer support class. And did you know, and for anybody watching, if you guys are incarcerated and you attend a meeting the day you get out, the day, not the next day, the day you get out, you are 80% less likely to go back to jail for the same offense, like like for drugs or whatever. 80%.
Really?
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, that's a recidivism
Yeah,
fact.
that's a new one to me. I don't. Wow.
That is a huge number. I've been dying to share that because I think that that's crazy. 80% less likely. Like they said, because when you first get out of jail, you're not worried, but you're like, oh, I want to see my kids, my family, whatever. I've been in jail, blah, blah. Meeting can wait till tomorrow, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they literally, that is the fact. 80%. If you attend a meeting, any kind of meeting, ANA, AA, whatever, any kind of self-help meeting,
Yeah.
that you're released.
That makes sense. I always wonder what that statistic was. I know it wasn't that 25 years ago when I was in prison, but
I just like,
that's a good thing to know. I like that.
they should tell people that in jail. Like, I think that should be like a curriculum number one for people that attend any kind of recovery in jail, because I think that like if you're serious about your recovery, that'd be the first thing I would do. Then if you're telling me that all I have to do is go to a 1-hour meeting the day I get out and I'm 80% less likely to come back, like I would give that a shot,
Yeah, I would in a heartbeat.
I thought that was crazy. So I'm dying to share that with somebody.
Yeah, I don't even have a charger in here. I hope my phone holds up.
We've only got about 13 more minutes. So
Should hold up. I only got an iPhone charger. And I may seem smart and talk good, but when it comes to iPhones, I'm an idiot. I don't have an iPhone. I've still got an Android. My old lady, she has an iPhone, and I can't stand iPhones.
like they do too much. They be doing too much. Like the phone should not be. Me. Like
to me, all that should be on a tablet or a laptop or something, because it's the same thing. You just made it mini. So what are the blind people going to do? They need a bigger screen.
Yeah. So, let's see. Oh, I always like to ask all my guests this question. If you could sit beside yourself in your darkest time right now, like you go back to sit beside yourself, what would you, one piece of advice?
That's actually a hard one.
Yeah.
It really is. That can make you think. Step. The only thing I can really say, I mean, just knowing myself then and now, if I could go back and talk to myself, I look myself right in the eye and just say, stop doing stupid shit. It ain't going to get you nowhere. You're going to lose it all.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can say.
Yep. I love that question because it really doesn't make you think. I've heard lots of answers, but
it does. That can make you think real deep too.
Yeah. Let's see. Well,
I'm always open to any questions, and I did write a little short story book that about 40, 50 people on Facebook wrote in different groups I was in, just to get feedback. It's about my story, mental health, and my recovery journey just from childhood growing up. Just a quick overview. Little 5-chapter book.
Yeah, I actually did read that book. It was really well written, and I encourage anybody. I had an author on here that I had a book published through Amazon a couple weeks ago, and he had really good recovery writing is so great because like
It is.
it's so different. Like you could be so many different things. You know what I mean? Like there's so like, and it's inspiring, and I don't know, but so
Yeah.
what is your story published anywhere? Like, do you have it on your page or
No,
anything?
it's not. No, it's not for sale or on Amazon or anything. It's just something I decided to give a shot and see where it goes and see what kind of feedback I can get. Because it's 5 short chapters, but I'm gonna write more. But the next books I write are gonna, I guess, be based off the chapters of that book, but be longer stories, like
Sure.
more deep, deep more into my story and everything else like that.
Well, feel free to give me a reach out when you get that written, and you can always do another episode, and we can promote your book if you want. But if anybody is interested, I can attach the link to your profile and your little book in the episode so people can read that. Um, I really encourage anybody, like I said, to read it. By learning other people's stories and their journeys, I think that it can only benefit us. Like that's another reason why I really love doing the show, because hearing everybody else's experiences and their journey, their pathways, whatever, like all that can do is help me. That's just like knowledge and information and, letting people know it's possible, like just down to the very basic, like it is possible. Somebody does care about you, like that type of stuff. So
Yeah,
it really, I mean, it helps me tremendously.
that's what a lot of people like in addiction or that are looking for help. We all think that it's only us. Like there's no help, nobody cares. But
Yeah,
that is so not true. I'm here to tell you, I've done it all and I've almost not made it, and I'm here for a reason. People do care. I don't know you, but I care about you. You can do better if you want to do better. And if you are doing good, keep up the good work. It gets better and better.
absolutely. And that's it too. Like my platform, I'm really big on like anonymity, because I think we should own the shit that we did, because I think that's how we let people know that they're not alone. That I
Exactly.
was homeless flying a sign downtown Cincinnati on the corner, like, and now I own my home, and I'm married, and I'm clean and sober. Like it is possible. Like we're not alone, we're not the only ones. Like as addicts, I think it's easy for us to you know poor pity me, and my life's so bad.
Exactly.
My life is so much worse than anybody else's. But like the reality is that like a lot of people have been through some pretty terrible things and have now came out the other side. So like it is possible. I don't care how bad how far in you were, how bad your addiction was or whatever, like you can pull out of it, I promise. Like I was pretty freaking
Yes,
bad.
you can. And don't be afraid to ask for help. That's our biggest worry. It's like I'll be the first to say it. Men have emotions. We cry. Like I promote that too. Like don't hold the shit in. If
That's
it's
right.
bothering you, find another guy to talk to. Like I've been there. Like I'm a big dude, but I got emotions too. I got four kids in Ohio, one in Nebraska. Emotions do get to you sometimes.
And
Don't be afraid to cry.
absolutely. And if the person that you go to talk to makes fun of you or whatever, they are no friend, then that is not somebody that you need to have in your
Exactly.
life, because,
Reach
everybody
out to somebody different.
has absolutely. Because it is okay. It is okay for men, women, anybody to feel emotions, to be sad, to go through things. That's a big part, I think, of recovery is a lot. Like I know I'm like that. I am so tough. You couldn't whatever,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And so like I had a hard time opening up and sharing my story and talking about things that make me emotional, and I had to overcome that because that's part of it. And there's nothing
Exactly.
wrong with being
Yeah.
emotional.
It's
I was raised a lot.
everything I went through, good and bad, is part of my story. It's part of my healing process, and it was a learning experience at the same time because I'm still here today.
Yep. And your experiences were valid. Like that's something that I struggle with a lot, is that
Yeah,
like drugs were
everybody's experiences are valid.
yeah, drugs were such a big part of my life that like, if I'm talking about a school dance or a date or like whatever, there was drugs involved. And but that doesn't mean that my experiences weren't valid. That doesn't mean that it wasn't prom or it wasn't, driving a car or like whatever. Like my experiences still happened, and I don't know.
Yeah,
So I think that
They
it's
are
just,
valid. Every experience matters. Every bit of it is valid.
yep. And that it's just so important that people, own the shit that we've done and don't hide from it. I think that's a big thing too. Like not only being emotional, but not being like, you can't be a coward about the things that we've done. Whatever we've done, it's some of it was probably terrible. I know I did some terrible shit, and I'll own it. I don't care. Some of it, might be
Yeah,
funny or whatever. And people think that like because I laugh at myself or whatever, that I don't take things seriously, and that's not the case. That's how I grow. That's how I sit and laugh and look back at myself and think how fucking stupid I
same
am.
here.
Yep. Like, I sit here and I can laugh about I don't know, whatever, like something stupid that I've done, but that doesn't mean that I'm promoting it or glorifying it. That means that I know that it was fucking stupid, and
Exactly.
I'm laughing at
There's
how dumb I
always
was.
going to be somebody that says
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely. Well, we have only 4 minutes left. So if you have any message that you want to end with, anything you want to say, if anybody is watching that has any questions, comments, anything that we want to say to Kenny, sorry, now's the time. So we only have a few minutes left.
Only thing I gotta say is the marijuana maintenance program does work. I have tried AA, NA, Suboxone. I have done it all, and this has been the best program that works for me. And I am building the relationship back up with my children and everything, doing the best that I can. May not be for everybody, but if you think you're open to it, give it a shot. All pathways don't work for everybody, but everybody. I said that wrong. Oh, something like that. I just blanked out. Yeah. Everybody's pathway to recovery is different. This may not work for you, but if you think it might, give it a shot. And if you are struggling and you're just watching, please reach out. Don't hesitate. I mean, there is people like you and people that do care. So
Absolutely.
that's all I
And
got.
feel free to reach out, guys. I am not a recovery professional at all. I am taking peer support classes, but I'm not certified yet. But I will definitely point you in the right direction. I'm happy to listen if you just want somebody to talk to. If you need actual professional help, I can help you find it. Kenny, he has volunteered himself. If anybody's struggling, if you want to talk to a man, if you're more comfortable, please reach out to him. Lots of my other guests have put up the same offer. Anybody struggling, please reach out, guys. There are people that care. You can do it. Everybody's worth it. You are worth it too. That's a big one. I know I always felt like I wasn't worth it, like I didn't deserve to get clean, have a normal life because of all the terrible things that I've done. But guys, like we are worth it, and we can make ourselves a better life, and it definitely, like, it does get much better. So I guess that's what I'm gonna leave us with today, guys. Everybody, thanks. If anybody's watching, thanks for watching. Kenny, thanks for being here. Thank you so much. You were a great guest. I really am talking to you. I like it when we have a conversation like like we had, and just talk about I do kind of get I go back and forth in my head. Sometimes I think I want to script my episodes because sometimes I get like just out of the ballpark, but it's fine. But yeah,
It
thank
happened.
you for being here.
Thank you.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my been ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me, might smoke bed heavy. Got a whole agenda.